The Shop Girls of Chapel Street, written by Jenny Holmes, read by Janine Birkett. The moral right of the author has been asserted. Chapter 1. Violet Wheeler posed in front of the full-length mirror set up in a side office at Timothy Thornley's brewery on the corner of Chapel Street. "Well, what do you think?" she asked her Auntie Winnie, a knot of nervous excitement tightening in her stomach. It wouldn't be long now before she had to face the crowd. "Not bad," came Winnie's studied reply. "Is that all?" A crestfallen Violet turned this way and that. She'd banked on looking better than not bad this day of all days. Her aunt stole up behind her. Short and stout, she had to stand on tiptoe to peer over her willowy 18-year-old niece's shoulder. "No, love, I'm only kidding," she murmured. "You look smashing." Violet wasn't sure. "Does the shade of the shoes match the dress? They're not from the market. I had to go all the way into town." "And it was worth it." Winnie met Violet's gaze in their reflection in the mirror and nodded her head. Here, in Thornley's dusty office, surrounded by ledgers and order books and with the smell of fermenting hops in their nostrils, she couldn't have been prouder of her niece. Despite her nerves, Violet soon grew more confident about what she saw. Her sleeveless dress in cream rayon silk wasn't your usual gala queen creation of pink chiffon. No, Violet's Whitsuntide gown was altogether sleeker and more à la mode, as she liked to term it, with its V-neck, nipped-in waist and draped handkerchief hemline, below which her trim ankles and satin shoes could just be glimpsed. The outfit was topped off with long cream gloves, and for a headdress, a bold arrangement of silk lilies clipped into her newly bobbed auburn-tinged hair. Auntie Winnie relented. "Don't worry, you're a Bobby Dazzler in anybody's books." She had one eye on the scene outside the window. Wilf Fullerton was in shirt sleeves, hitching a pair of grey Clydesdales to the decorated brewery float. The horses done up in shiny brasses and patriotic red, white and blue rosettes. The cart itself was transformed into a flower-decked arbour for the Gala Queen's slow progress up Chapel Street, then across Overcliff Road onto the Common, where the Whit Monday celebration was to take place. "Should I wear this pearl necklace?" Violet asked. "No pearls," Winnie advised. "There's no need to gild the lily." Now she could see Wilf helping the Gala Queen's attendants onto the float. Little Mabel and June Clough from Raglan Road, in short white dresses, ankle socks and kidskin sandals with bows in their hair. Then there was 18-year-old Cathy Land, Violet's good friend and rival for the Gala Queen crown, who this year had had to make do with Chief Flower Girl. She was already up on the float and looking round for Violet to join her. "You need to get a move on if you don't want them to set off without you," Winnie urged. "Then it'll be Hamlet without the prince." Violet took one last look in the mirror. She and her aunt had made the dress from a pattern in the latest Butterick catalogue. Oh, the hours they'd spent making sure that the seams were free of pulls and wrinkles across the bust, and that the hem hung just so. They'd put everything into it, just for this one short day. "She's on her way," Winnie mouthed through the window at Wilf, who, having donned his tweed jacket and brown bowler hat, had climbed into the driving seat and taken up the reins. Hearing the horses stamp and their bridles jingle, she shooed Violet from the room, along the dingy green corridor and down the stone steps onto the street. "About time, too," Wilf called. "Stan, give her a leg up, there's a good lad." On cue, and with a wink and an
Sample complete. Ready to continue?